This tip is all about wood grain direction and how it factors in when you're carving on a CNC. One aspect of CNCing that I don't think people think often enough about is understanding the material you're working with. And with so many different types of wood out there, if you know some basics about wood grain direction, I think it's going to take you a long way. We use the analogy of petting a cat, where if you are going with the grain or downhill, when you put your hand along it, it should be smooth, and this will typically lead to smoother carving and a better finished product. Whereas if you're going uphill or against the grain, when you rub your hand against the grain, you will feel it's rougher, it's harder, and when you go against the grain, that can lead to tear out and splintering, so it's good to know about those things. There's also cutting across the grain, which is perpendicular, and it's pretty hard to avoid in CNCing, so it's almost a combination of with the grain and against the grain, so we're just going to apply all the theories to that one. Here are a few tips to help you determine the direction of the grain when you're looking at a piece of wood. The first one is simple enough, just inspect the piece of wood. There should be some visual cues that tell you which direction the grain is going. The second one we've already gone over, again, petting a cat or a dog. With the grain is going to be smooth, against the grain is going to be rough. If you need to cut against the grain for whatever your reasons are, take smaller passes. It will take more, but it can help you get a better end result without all the tear out. Another option is to use climb milling instead of conventional. Climb milling basically means you are going with the direction of the cutting head while it's rotating versus against. Cutting through end grain is similar to cutting, across the grain. The biggest tip we can give on this one is to just use really sharp tools and take easy passes. End grain is a known beast in the woodworking world, so experiment. Learn your material before you really start getting into end grain. CNC machines cause a lot of force, and tear out is your worst enemy. Adjusting your feeds and your speeds to match the grain direction is another way you can avoid tear out and splintering while you're CNCing your projects. At the end of the day, some wood is just more prone to tear out than other species, so knowing which species you're working with and its properties is going to go a long way to making sure that your projects turn out as good as they can. The end game for knowing all of this stuff about wood grain direction and CNCing is that you want the best final product with the least amount of work possible. So knowing your species, knowing the grain direction, and some of these tips should help you on your journey.